Hey guys, Frank with Team Serialgriller here. Listen, today we're going to go over a few things. The reason why I chose an offset cooker, which one I chose, and how to modify it to get it to be really efficient and achieve professional results in your backyard. Okay, I chose the Oklahoma Joe's Longhorn model for two reasons. First, it was relatively inexpensive. You get a lot of pit for the money. You have to do some modifications to it, but I think it's worth it in the end. The second reason, the cooking chamber is pretty large. So if you have a big group, lots of family, you have parties at your house, you could fit a lot of stuff on there. Okay, so I chose the Oklahoma Joe's smoker. I told you why. However, there's some cons to it. When I first took it out of the package, the box, to put it together, it really, you could tell the quality wasn't really where it was years ago when it was actually made by Oklahoma Joe. Now it's a charbroil product. So they're kicking these things out in massive quantity, not really caring about the quality. So you're going to have to spend a little bit of money on gasket kits, latches, firebox grates. You got to really do things to get the fire to be nice and efficient and the pit to run very well. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to show you a few things that I did for pretty much a small amount of money, and we'll go from there. Okay, the first thing is the cook chamber gaskets. The lid doesn't seal with the cook chamber at all. You're going to get smoke leaks everywhere. So what I've done is I've purchased some Nomex gasket and some 650-degree Permatex and use that to hold the gasket in place. Once it's in place, the lid will seal against the cook chamber and hold the heat and the smoke in. The latches also help because once you get the door closed, you can lock it down. That does two things. It helps seal against the gaskets, and it also prevents anybody from taking a peek. Okay, the next really important area is going to be the firebox. It comes in two pieces. There's actually 4 bolts that hold it together. So in this seam right here, smoke just pours out. It's the most inefficient firebox there probably is, but there's an easy fix. The 650-degree Permatex, if you put that in between the two halves when you put it together, it really works well. It holds the heat in, you get no smoke loss. We also put it in the same area where the cook chamber meets the firebox. In addition to that, the fiberglass gasket is a must-have on the door. It's going to help the fire be efficient. You're going to use less charcoal. It's going to work so much better. I noticed also in here there was some leaks with smoke coming out from where the bolts are holding the little, I guess you can call it just a pan shelf. So I put a little Permatex around there also, and that helped. Okay, also on this side, the firebox door where you actually insert your wood basically didn't have any seal along the outside. So what I did was I had to weld pieces of metal all around so that the door had something to seat against. Once that happened, we could put our fiberglass gasket there with some Permatex, and it'll make a nice tight seal. These are things that you absolutely have to do. Okay, looking on the inside of the chamber, I've removed the cooking grates. You can see that the baffle's in there, and what that does is it helps the smoke rise up and maintain an equal heat throughout the entire cook chamber. The holes go from pretty small, probably 1/4 of an inch, up to about 1 1/4 inches, and it really, really helps. You could search for this online, find it all over the place. I bought it along with the gaskets and the latches. It was pretty reasonably priced. With that, your smokestack is also way too high. It allows the heat just to come up to the top of the grill, which comes straight out and doesn't really stay down at the grates. So what I did was just add a small little 90, you can get it at Home Depot. It's a 3-inch exhaust flange of some sort, and it fits right inside of the 3-inch pipe for your exhaust. But if you notice, there's a huge gap here. From on the inside, I put the Permatex all around the inside to prevent the smoke from losing and coming out here. Okay, also in addition to the firebox, I made this out of expandable steel, welded it together. It's exactly 12 by 13 by 6. It fits perfectly inside the firebox. what that's going to do is allow your charcoal to be manageable. You could use the minion method, you could just throw logs in there, however you want to do it. It works perfectly. You could get the metal at a local shop near you, probably for about 10 or 15 bucks. Cut it. If you can weld, it takes about 5 seconds to weld together. Okay guys, so we didn't really get too in-depth with the modifications. I'm going to post some pictures afterwards as a slideshow just so you can see in detail more of what I did. Overall, I think I made a good choice. I ran the smoker once, it was really efficient. I got to use a lot less coals, a lot less wood, and I cooked for a longer period of time without having to tend to the fire. Overall, I think it's a good choice. Enjoy. Keep watching for more videos.